When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade, and the only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, part of the summer too, and the only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy dew. One night she knelt close by my bed when I was fast asleep. She threw her arms around my neck, and then she began to weep. She wept, she cried, she damn near died. Oh me, what could I do? And all night long I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy dew. Once again I'm a bachelor and I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade, and every single time that I look into his eyes, he reminds me of the fair young maid. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too, and of the many times I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy dew. I'm gonna move way out on the outskirts of town. I'm gonna move way out on the outskirts of town, 'cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging around. Let me tell you, baby, gonna move you way away from here. Don't want no Iceman, I'm gonna buy you Frigidaire when we move way out on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always sneaking around. Wake up every morning, so low down and dirty shame. Got your men, baby, pecking on my window pane. That's why I'm gonna move you, get it, way out on the outskirts of town. I'm as mad as I can be. We've got 7 children, and none of them look like me. That's why I'm gonna move, you get it, way on the outskirts of town. 'Cause I don't want nobody who's always hanging around. Call me darling, call me sweetheart, call me dear. Thrill me darling with the words I long to hear. In your dark eyes, so smiling, and the promise I see, but your two lips won't say that you care for me. Oh, my darling, if our daydreams come true, then I'll meet you at our secret rendezvous, and we'll find a paradise that lies deep in your eyes. Call me darling, call me sweetheart, call me dear. You gotta pick up your shovel, dig a hole in the sand, grab your shovel, shovel sand like a natural man, like a natural man, natural man, natural man, like a natural man. God Almighty made a monkey, God Almighty made a whale, God Almighty made a gator with hickeys all over his tail, all over his tail, over his tail, over his tail, over his tail. Matter when you marry, get a railroad man. Every day'll be payday. A dollar bill in your hand, a dollar in your hand, in your hand, in your hand, in your hand. Water boy, oh, water boy, it's getting kind of thirsty. Oh, bring that water, set that bucket down, water boy. God Almighty made a monkey, God Almighty made a whale, God Almighty made a gator with hickeys all over his tail, all over his tail, over his tail, over his tail, over his tail. Payday tomorrow, how do I know? Captain told the water boy told me so. Well, he told me so. He told me so. He told me so. He told me so. Water boy, oh, getting kind of thirsty. Oh, bring that water, set that bucket down, water boy. How? Now the tavern was crowded and two couples were there. They were served by a lass with a rose in her hair. Now her manner was charming and her beauty was rare and true, that she had almost delicate air, the most delicate air, and they called her the lass with that delicate air. Now some soldiers were passing, and they looked through the glass. They were struck by the charm of that delicate lass, and they waited longing her kisses to share. 'Cause truly she had a most delicate air, the most delicate air, and they toasted that lass with that delicate air. Well, a sailor arose who had been everywhere, and he said he had never seen a lass quite so fair, and he vowed he would marry that little lass then and there. 'Cause truly she had a most, look out, delicate air, the most delicate air, and they wanted that lass with that delicate air. Well, he offered his heart, and he offered his hand, and he painted a future so rosy and grand. Dear sir, she replied, ask the bartender there. That man is wed to the lass with that white delicate air, the most delicate air. So goodbye to the lass with that delicate air. In Scarlet Town, where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling, made every youth cry like a day. Her name was Barbara Allen. 'Twas in the merry month of May, when green buds they were swelling, young William on his deathbed lay for the love of Barbara Allen. He sent his man into the town, to the place where she was dwelling. You must come to my master dear, if your name be Barbara Allen. And slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she came nigh him, and all she said there when she came, young man, I think you're dying. He turned his face unto the wall, and death was drawing nigh him, and all he said, my dear friends all, be kind to Barbara Allen. As she was walking o'er the hills, she heard the death bell knelling, and every stroke it seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbara Allen, farewell, farewell, my dear friends all. Please shun the fate I fell in. Henceforth take warning of the fall of cruel Barbara Allen. Take a gal like you down to New Orleans, dress you in a dress of red, get you a house on the back of town, baby, get you a folding bed, yes, get you a folding bed. Buy you a great big diamond ring, buy you a dress of blue, buy you a pair of high-heeled shoes, baby, I'll be true to you, yes, I'll be true to you. Where did you get your pretty little dress, shoes that you wear so fine? Well, I got my dress from a railroad man, shoes from a man down the line, Lord, shoes from a man down the line. Tell me who's gonna shoe your pretty little feet, who's gonna glove your hand, who's gonna kiss your rosy cheeks, baby, who's gonna be your man? Tell me who's gonna be your man. Now Papa's gonna shoe my pretty little feet, Mama's gonna glove my hand, Sister's gonna kiss my rosy cheeks, baby, and you can be my man, yes, you can be my man. Buy you a great big diamond ring, buy you a dress of blue, buy you a pair of high-heeled shoes, baby, I'll be true to you, yes, I'll be true to you. Once a jolly swagman sat beside a billabong under the shade of a coolibah tree, and he sang as he sat and rested while his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing, Matilda, with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he sat and rested while his billy boiled. You come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down come a jumbuck to drink beside the billabong. Up jumped the swagman and seized him with glee. And he sang as he stowed that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down come the squatter mounted on his thoroughbred. Down come the troopers 1, 2, 3. Where's a jolly jumbuck that you've got in your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up jumped the swagman and plunged into the billabong. Never catch me alive, cried he, and his ghost may be heard as you ride beside the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And his ghost may be heard as you ride beside the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. Look up and seek your maker, for Gabriel blows his horn. Weary toting such a load, trudging down that lonesome road. You look down that lonesome road before you travel on. Weary toting, oh Lord, such a load, trudging down that lonesome road. You look down that lonesome road before you travel on. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty. There once lived a maiden named Molly Malone, and she wheeled a wheelbarrow through the streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and fate was no wonder, for her father and mother were fishmongers too, and they wheeled a wheelbarrow through the streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And she died of a fever of which none could relieve her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrows through the streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. They crucified my Lord, and he never said a mumbling word. They crucified my Lord, and he never said a mumbling word. Not a word, not a word, not a word. They pierced him in the side, and he never said a mumbling word. They pierced him in the side, and he never said a mumbling word. Not a word, not a word, not a word. He hung his head and died, and he never said a mumbling word. He hung his head and died, and he never never said a mumbling word. Not a word. Not a word. Not a A peddler once was a passing by. His cart with fruit was laden high, and as he drove along he cried across the village green, crying apples, peaches and cherries, crying apples, peaches and cherries. His daughter sat beside him there, and she was young as she was fair, all glowing with a beauty rare, made of sweet 16s. Oh, apples, peaches and cherries, crying apples, peaches and cherries. A young lad beckoned from the door. He bought some fruit and then bought more. His longing eyes were begging for the lovely maid to stay, crying apples, peaches and cherries. Apples, peaches, cherries. The young lad beckoned from the door. He bought some fruit and then bought more. His longing eyes were begging for the lovely maid to stay, crying apples, peaches and cherries. Apples, peaches, cherries. He sought and found her in the mart. He wooed and won the maiden's heart, and now 10 children ride the cart, and there'll be many more, crying apples, peaches and cherries. Now if there is a moral here, such fruitfulness will make it clear. So shut your window when you hear a peddler at your door, crying